And welcome live inside the Bob Carpenter Center, Newark, Delaware, for your DIAA Final Four semifinals here that will be live tonight on the NFHS Network, again, powered by 302 Sports. Thanks for joining us. Nick Allison Jr. alongside today. My gurus, Jason Winchell, Mike Lang. Guys, how you feel?
Oh, this is the exciting time of the year. I can't wait. We got two good basketball games tonight on tap, one at 6:30 and one at 8, and I just can't wait.
Absolutely.
It's a little chilly out here in this in this corner of the arena, but hey, we should be heating this place up soon. They just opened the doors, letting people in, and we're going to have a couple thousand our place is sold out in a few minutes. We're going to be getting ready an hour from now, basketball on the NFHS Network. Brought to us the first game by our colleagues from Sanford School, so tune in and watch. I'm excited for the show.
Absolutely. We got a great show planned, as well as two fantastic action-packed games tonight. Conrad and Sanford, they get it started early at the front half of it. And then rounding out tonight with our second matchup between Caravel and St. Elizabeth's. And guys, we'll start with the Sanford Warriors and Conrad matchup. That's the first game we got on hand tonight. Look right down at the number 2 seed of the tournament, Sanford Warriors. They finished the regular season 16-4. They won their last 13 games and are undefeated in the state.
Yeah, they're an impressive team. And I don't think any games have been close against Delaware teams. They've just put a hurting on everybody. Very talented team from start to finish. Not very deep, kind of like Conrad, but very talented. 1 through 5 is unbelievable.
And then Mike, also again, that record against the 302 Sports top 10, 3-0 again, like you said, so undefeated in the state, undefeated against ranked opponents here in the state of Delaware. They were ranked second. And they come in, they get the 2 seed here in Conrad, they get the 3 seed, but all year long, Mike, they were 1 and 2 in our 302 Sports rankings, so we kind of get a treat here in the semifinals.
Yeah, well, a lot of the chatter around Delaware High School sports has been that this is the game everybody wanted for the final, and they're going to get it. Just going to get it 2 days early, but don't count out St. Louis and Caravel. We'll talk about a little later on. But like Jason said, Sanford they're loaded top to bottom. A lot of Division I talent on that team, as there is for Conrad. Sanford is a little bit deeper. I wouldn't call them exactly deep, but they go about maybe 7 deep, where they have some players who can really hurt you. So it should be a good one, and we're excited.
And due to time constraints, we got some big-time players and coaches walking behind us, as you see now. We'll be able to talk to Conrad in just a little bit.
The whole team's here.
But due to some time constraints, Sanford will not be on the program today, so they're getting ready for the game. We will, however, talk with Conrad in just a few minutes. So we'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll have Conrad on live here on 302 Sports.
No matter where you are in life, at every stage, we are here for you, for all of life's big moments, and everything in between. After all, that's what families are for. We promise to make a positive difference in your financial life and go beyond the norm. Be a part of the Dover Federal family.
Local people, local decisions, Dover Federal Credit Union.
No matter where you are in life, at every stage, we are here for you, for all of life's big moments, and everything in between. After all, that's what families are for. We promise to make a positive difference in your financial life and go beyond the norm. Be a part of the Dover Federal family.
Local people, local decisions, Dover Federal Credit Union.
Life's too short to hate your home. Remodel your home with the pros voted Delaware's #1 home improvement company. Ferris Home Improvements has something for every homeowner at their new showroom on the corner of Kirkwood Highway and Harmony Road in Newark, Delaware. Explore products and layouts with the area's top designers. Touch and feel products that inspire your dream space. Ferris Home Improvements' pride in the details make them the area's best in roofing, windows and doors, siding, decks, kitchens, and bathrooms. Want a professional, no-pressure remodel? Go see the best at the Big Shamrock on Kirkwood Highway. Ferris Home Improvements. Quality workmanship from a neighbor you can trust.
The Hadley Group is your local real estate resource. Brian Hadley joined Patterson Schwartz & Associates in 2005. In 2013, Nicole Flora joined Brian, followed by Emma Burnett and Grant Jepp in 2014. That's when the Hadley Group was formed. Patterson Schwartz Associates offer you exceptional knowledge of local market conditions and a commitment to represent you honestly and professionally. So for your next purchase or sale, think the Hadley Group. Visit our website at thehadleygroup.re.com.
I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Solo Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group on the culinary coast with 10 locations. We're a chef-driven group. Come check us out. See you soon. Solo Concepts believes in the vision of our founder, Matt Haley. Cook beautiful, simple food, develop the people we work with, and make the world a better place. Solo Concepts on the culinary coast with 10 locations from Lowes, Delaware to Fenwick Island. Come check us out.
All right, welcome back to the Bob Carpenter Center. We're fighting Stevie Wonder here for the audio. We're joined by the Conrad Red Bulls. We've got, all right, I can do this, John Colegio, the coach, Nye Whittlesey, Jordan Rook, Aaron Rannigan, Julie Colegio, Alyssa Fable, and Stephanie Colegio. And Steph, I owe you a happy birthday. I'm a month late.
Yes.
A happy birthday in February to Steph. She's 16. So look out, drivers. Although Archie's got a pretty good driver's ed teacher.
He's okay.
That would be our dad. Alrighty, so Conrad, 15-5 this year. Had a bye in the first round, obviously. Second round, you beat Delcastle pretty good, and then you took care of Howard. They got a little close to you in the quarters. John, we'll start with you. Talk about where you guys are coming into, and you can pick up the microphone. That comes right out of the stand if you want. Talk about where you guys are, and that you had a tough matchup with Howard the other day. Just talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't necessarily, they made a little run on us. We had a couple of situations. We weren't shooting the ball very well. I'm venturing to guess that we'll shoot it a lot better tonight. This is kind of a second home for us, as we've talked about as a team. And, we're primed and ready. We're really excited about tonight and look forward to the matchup.
All right, whoever, I'm just going to throw this out to whoever. Your coach mentioned you've been here, now that this is 3 years in a row that you've been in this building, or is it 4? But for most of you guys, 3, because you're not even, there's no seniors except for Jordan here. Is it, Alyssa, maybe you can answer this. Does it help you to have played in this building that many times?
Yeah, I think it helps us. It gives us an advantage because we're used to the court and we're used to the big crowds that come. I know everyone says the bright lights are a big thing, but I don't think it phases us.
This comes from the girl who hit the game-winning shot last year in overtime, so obviously. All right, who wants to throw this one out there? Sanford's a tough team. They tend to get on teams really quick. How do you slow down that Sanford offense? And if any of the players want to take it or coach wants to take it, you guys can look at each other for a second. Nye's going to take it. Here we go.
We can't allow them to take them out of our game. If they want to speed it up, we'll slow it down. If they want to slow it down, we just play our pace of the game.
Jordan, you're the only senior starter on the team. I know Morgan's also a senior. Do you have a special role in this team? Do you feel like you're the kind of the mom out there?
I wouldn't say I'm the mom. I mean, all these girls are amazing basketball players. They do what they need to do. But I really take pride in my defense, shutting down one of their best players, and just doing little things that make us how good we are.
All right, now, guys, everybody comes in looking to beat the champs. Have you felt any kind of pressure this year with the target on your backs? Stephanie, you haven't answered yet, so.
All right. Well, I mean, we do have a target on our back. We are the champs. But, I mean, we're more excited and, nervous coming out here.
All right, I want to get Erin in here because I don't want to forget the sixth woman. You're going to have a read out tonight from the Conrad student section. What's it been like around school this week?
Oh, well, I got a lot of good looks, a lot of, play hards. Everyone's rooting for us. And going to be a bunch of people for support.
All right, I know we don't want to keep it too long, but I think everybody had a chance to answer a question. John, I'm going to finish with you. Coming into this game, you're familiar. You played basketball with Marcus Thompson, I believe, at Sanford, right?
Yes.
So you guys know each other a long time.
Yes.
You know Marcus really well. You know Sanford really well. What do you guys have to do to be playing here Friday night?
We got to control the game in all the real important aspects, rebounding, minimizing our turnovers, being able to execute on the offensive end, and knowing what their strengths and weaknesses are, and trying to slow those down, and knowing what our strengths and weaknesses are, and trying to play to our advantage. We're really excited. The kids, like I said, we talk about it. It's more excitement than anything, and they're excited to be here, and they're looking forward to it. And it's going to be a great game. I know a lot of people, have wanted this matchup for some time, so we got it. And we have a double payback too. We've lost to them 2 times in the last 4 years, You know, when the girls, Julie and Alyssa, were in 8th grade, Jordan was in 9th grade, you know, they beat us pretty handily down here with a senior-laden team. And then we met them the second time after that in the quarterfinals, and it was a much closer game. And, you know, we're hoping that we can have that advantage and that we have, you know, much bigger advantage when everything's said and done tonight.
All right, well, Conrad, Julie, what did you get Stephanie for her birthday? Nothing. All right.
I passed her the ball. That's what it was.
Well, that was very nice. You guys tend to do that a lot. We're looking forward to watching you guys tonight. We're excited. These are friends of 302 from Sanford, Conrad School. I'm so sorry, Steph. And ladies, good luck. And I don't want to be rooting for a team, but maybe we'll see you Friday night. We could chat then and we'll see how it goes. Ladies, good luck tonight. Thanks for doing this for us. John, good luck tonight, and we'll be watching from down here. All right, ladies. So when we come back, more analysis of the semifinal round games on 302 Sports. We're back after this.
Italian began his career in home finance in 2002 as a mortgage consultant. Since 2002, Brian has helped over 1,000 home buyers achieve their dreams of owning a home. Brian's knowledge of current market conditions and his detailed evaluation of buyers' finances ensures that each buyer will receive the best mortgage to fit their needs. Brian is often commended on how efficient and effortless he makes the mortgage process for everyone from first-time home buyers to investors to experienced buyers. For the loan that fits you, contact Brian today. Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1979 with one focus: wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with the voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shopping Center, 4577 Kirkwood Highway. Unique Image, you envision, we create. Unique Image open for
you are in life at every stage. We are here for you, for all of life's big moments, and everything in between. After all, that's what families are for. We promise to make a positive difference in your financial life and go beyond the norm. Be a part of the Dover Federal family.
Local people, local decisions, Dover Federal Credit Union.
And welcome back live inside 302 Sports for your DIAA Final Four preview show here for the girls' side of things here tonight on Wednesday. Nick Alessandrini joined by Jason Winchell and Mike Lang. And a special thanks to the Conrad Red Wolves for joining us here on the show before their semifinal matchup here tonight. That's the first matchup, Sanford and Conrad, 6:30 coming up, less than an hour away. You see that big clock behind us. So now we'll start with the Sanford-Conrad game. Sanford has won their 2 tournament games by 41 and 44 points, Jason. They haven't really been in a close game. How will they fare tonight if it comes down to the wire with Conrad?
Yeah, that's the thing. Sanford hasn't really been in a close game all year, other than when they were out in Arizona for that tournament where they lost all 4 games to nationally ranked teams. So they haven't been in many close games this year. So if they're in a close game, it'd be interesting to see how the girls respond if they get tight, you know, stuff like that. So it'll be interesting to see. I can't wait to see if it is a close game. How will they respond?
And then a similar trend, if you look over now to the defending state champs in Conrad, 2 20-plus wins in the playoffs. I mean, a lot of games they played here in the state of Delaware are big blowout wins for them. So the same question now to you, Mike. If it's a close game and it comes down for Conrad, comes down to the wire, how are they going to fare in a close game with Sanford?
Well, the thing about Conrad and Sanford is they've been here before. Their experience. They've been coming down here for 4 years now. This is their third year in a row. Sorry, reaching the Bob Carpenter Center. I think in state at least, Conrad's played some closer games. They've beaten teams they beat St. E's by 26 points. So they've beaten everybody. We'll see what happens. These are 2 teams like we've talked about. These have not been challenged very much in state. So it's an interesting question. We don't know how they're going to respond to being challenged. Sanford did play those games out in Arizona where they were, I think one they lost by 9 points, but I think the other ones were 15, 18, 20-point losses. So it's hard to answer, really. Conrad lost the game at the Diamond State. So they both played tough teams. It'll be interesting to see. They have been in games against high-caliber teams, so it's not completely foreign to them.
Yeah, it absolutely should be a good one. And we talked about this a little bit in the pregame show here on our special preview show. Both of these teams, if you look at the rankings here for us at 302 Sports, they were 1 and 2 all year long. And then you come to the state tournament, and they're the 2 and 3 seeds. And Jason, Mike, we're not on the call for this one tonight, so I'm going to ask you maybe some picks to see how this one plans out. Jay, I'll start with you. How do you see this game coming down with maybe the 2 best teams here in the state?
Yeah, I think if I'm Sanford, I want a fast-paced game. Lauren Park can really speed up the game. You got Olivia Tucker who can hit the 3 ball. You got Kubiak inside who is a vacuum cleaner on the glass. So, I think that's what they're going to want to do, Sanford, and how will Conrad counter that point. Mike will probably have some good keys for Conrad for you.
Right into my next question, Mike. Keys for Conrad against a tough Sanford team. How does Conrad come in tonight and advance back to the state finals?
Well, they have to stay out of foul trouble, number one. And that's the biggest thing always for Conrad. I think they match up well with Sanford, and here's why. Whittlesey is 6'4", so she can match up with Sam Pollock inside, and Allie Kubeck, who's also got some, she's like 6'1". On the outside, you have some height in Steph Paleja and Julie Paleja. They're both, Steph's over 6 feet, Julie's about 5'10", 5'11". And then you put your defense, you got Fayetteville trying to guard Lauren Park. That's not easy. Lauren Park, she's a mighty. She can really get. She's playing in Seton Hall next year.
Seton Hall, yeah, that's a big deal.
I think Conrad they match up well with Sanford. I think it really comes down to somebody get hot from the outside, because these are 2 teams that love to shoot 3-pointers. And if the team really gets hot, I think that's going to make a huge difference. I think it's kind of a wash underneath.
Absolutely. And Jay, any things that you want to see Sanford do specifically that would help them get the win here tonight?
Yeah, like I said, I think Lauren Park with the speed. Conrad's not a very deep team, like Mike said. So if you get them in a fast-paced game, maybe by the 4th quarter, they're a little tired. Lauren Park has energy. She's like the Energizer battery, the bunny. She's so fast and so quick, and so I think if I'm Sanford, I want to try and play as up-tempo as I can. You saw how it hurt them last year. They played up-tempo for 3 quarters against Ursuline, decided to sit on the ball there in the 4th quarter, and it cost them the game. So I think it's all about speed, I think, for Sanford today.
And it should be a great one. Again, that matchup less than 40 minutes away here at the Bob Carpenter Center. Number 2 Sanford and number 3 Conrad. Your first semifinal matchup, again, coming up at 6:30 on the NFHS Network, powered by 302 Sports. We'll take a short break. You'll hear from our sponsors. When we come back, we'll break down St. E's and Caravel, our second semifinal game here tonight on 302 Sports. Welcome back live inside the Bob Carpenter Center, 302 Sports here for your DIAA Final Four preview show. Again, special thanks to Conrad. And we did a little preview for Conrad and Sanford here, but now we're on to the nightcap. Our second and final semifinal matchup here at the Bob tonight matches up the number 1 seed of the tournament, St. Elizabeth's Vikings, and the number 5 seeded Caravel Buccaneers. So now we'll take a closer look at these teams. January 29th, they played. St. E's got a big-time win at home, 70-60. Jay, what does Caravel have to do this time around to maybe slow down Berniah Ward-Mayo and that Viking offense?
Yeah, we were there Monday night, Nick, and their offense was clicking on all cylinders. So for Caravel, maybe try and double team and get the ball out of Mayo's hands because she's been a facilitator this year. Scoring her 20 a game, she's also been a good facilitator. So maybe try and get the ball out of her hands. Well, St. E's is so talented. It's going to be tough. But if they play at that pace at 130 points again tonight, I don't think Caravel can win in that type of pace.
Yeah, and Mike, Jay talked about it a little. They played once before, big win for St. E's. So if you're Coach Cooney, does having to play the same team a second time make you a little bit nervous? Or what is it about playing a team a second time that makes it tough?
Well, you would think maybe Dan Cooney just didn't show all of his, didn't fire all his bullets. That's something we've seen from Ursuline over the years, where they'll play a team twice in a year, and the second game will look completely different from the first. What I like about St. E's, it revolves around Fatty, but they have so much talent in that team with, they got McCarran and Ashley Campbell's really played well. How about Nia Pulliam, who's really stepped up the last few games?
Great game.
You guys saw her in Dover the other night. And they have Rory Siskowski, who really, she moved into the starting lineup. And then your three-point gunner, they have Ariana Henry. So many weapons. They can do so many things. Now, that's not to say we'll break down Caravel. Mm-hmm. Caravel's got as many weapons as St. E's does, and I know we're going to talk about them. But maybe they come out with something different than they showed the other night in Dover or that they showed last month at St. E's. There's really no secrets anymore. All these games, people are videotaping games. We're streaming games. Mm-hmm. The coaches they're out there watching. So everybody's scouted everybody else. There's no secrets, especially in a state as small as Delaware.
Yeah, absolutely. And Jay, you also talked about this a little bit. Me and you had the luxury of doing that game Monday night in the quarterfinals between Woodbridge and Caravel. Caravel, very slow start. They were down 12-3 early, but then they turned on the Jets and they looked very impressive the rest of the way. What impressed you about Caravel on Monday night?
Yeah, the resiliency. Sometimes when you get down early, you start getting frustrated. You get out of your game plan. You start complaining about every single call. They didn't. Yeah. They came out. They did not play well early. They did not let it affect them, and they got back into the game they started hitting their shots. But what really impressed me was they went to a press defense after it was 12-3 and forced 3 straight turnovers by Woodbridge right before they could get the ball over half court. And that really got them into the momentum of the game and really got them out of the early hole. So what I liked was they adapted. If they didn't let it affect them with the slow start, and they were resilient in that win.
And then right after that matchup, we had the chance to see St. E's against Cape Henlopen. And Mike, St. E's, like we talked about, maybe some of the best ball they've been playing all year long. Very impressive. What impressed you the most about St. E's? Was it maybe the defense they played in that quarterfinal game?
I think, they did play some great defense. And they played the first time against Cape down in Lewis. Mm-hmm. It was 59-50. So a lot of people were thinking, all right, this could be, we mentioned playing a team a second time. They played Cape the second time. They beat them by 24. Yeah. They held Cape to 33 points. I think Cape looked a little nervous. I watched that game. Listened to you guys. Cape, to me, looked a little nervous up there against St. E's. Mm-hmm. Caravel's not going to have the same kind of nerves that Cape was. They were here in their final last year. They were in the final
last 2 years.
It seems like. Yeah. Kristen Caldwell she gets this team here every single year. She's got athletes. Now, where that might come into play is she's got, we're talking about St. E's. They've proven they can go to a team, play a team a second time, mm-hmm. and their play has just gotten better as the season's gone on. Rematch against Ursuline, a rematch against Cape Henlopen, that kind of stuff's not going to bother a team like St. E's. I don't think they're going to be phased. Maybe playing here for the first time in a couple of years, that mm-hmm. maybe would do something, but it's a different background when you're shooting against. So, but other than that, St. E's is really hot. And they deserve to be the number 1 seed.
Absolutely. And then Caravel, again, very impressive on Monday night. But if they want to get back to that 3rd straight finals, what do they got to do tonight, Jay?
Yeah, to me, they're going to have to definitely find a way to slow down the St. Elizabeth's offense. Like we said, I talked to Coach Cooney afterwards. He said they're gelling at the right time, St. Elizabeth. So Caravel might have to try and get them out of the rhythm. Like Mike said, Caravel's been in the finals the last 2 years. So their girls are used to playing in this building. St. E's got here for the quarterfinals last year and lost to Conrad in a game that wasn't really as close as the regular season game. So they struggled here. So, you know, could that come into play? I don't know. But Caravel's going to have to find a way, I think, to just slow it down a little bit.
And we'll see if they can do that. And then, Mike, what are your keys tonight for the #1 overall seed? You got the St. Elizabeth Vikings. What are some keys for them tonight if they want to advance to the state finals?
I think they need to slow down Sasha Marvel, who's proven time and again that she's one of the best players in Delaware. They have so many weapons on Caravel. So, you know, if you go to Marvel, they get it to Cauley. She's a good outside shooter. They have Kendra Warren, who shoots inside and outside. What I like about Caravel is they got the 2 freshmen. They don't know any better. They're freshmen. India Johnson and Taylor Wilkins are very, very good players. We're going to be around for a few years, so you better as well get to know those names. So I think if they shut Marvel down and maybe force you can force somebody not named Cauley or Marvel to beat you, I think that gives you a better chance.
Well, there you have it. That's our breakdown for our final semifinal matchup here tonight between St. E's and Caravel. We're going to take a short break, but when we come back, we'll be joined by Caravel and the Bucks here in just a little while. We're inching closer and closer to game time here. You look behind us. Not that long here, about half an hour till tip-off. So we're going to take a short break. When we come back, Caravel, they'll join us here on 302 Sports.
Goes out of bounds.
Clark tried to save it from going back court. Eaton now's got it. He steps into the layup. What a block!
Wow! Missed a lot. Not shooting the ball well.
Here's Jordan Brown looking for a 3. No, what a rebound by Money! Oh, a top play candidate for Justin Money on the fall.
That's the big man, White, doing it again down low. Now it's Allen. Takes it to the cup. Count it, and the foul. Elijah Allen.
That's a big-time basket. The Vikings.
Gets it into, not sure who that's Justin Money. Goes coast to coast. Scoop, it goes!
Count.
Oh!
You count that.
Justin Money.
Another crossface, Brandon.
There's the fall. And the Smyrna Eagles win it 33-30.
Perimeter game. They're clearing that middle out for somebody. Hines sneaks underneath, but Ferrante with a 3. It's good.
A good start here for Slade.
Short, Pulliam. We got 2 people on here running for St. E's. Nice around the back pass from McCarron. And that's going to be a 2, Jay.
Oh, wow, that's a 3.
But I thought the Vikings were going to get that rebound. They do not. Calk goes coast to coast and lays it in.
Wow, what a play there by
that pass is deflected, picked off. Jordan Money's going to take it all the way. Slam, dunk, Justin.
And welcome back live inside 302 Sports. Nick Allison Jr. and Mike Lang, now joined by the #1 overall seed St. Elizabeth Vikings, Julie McCarron and Bernayo Mayo. Thanks for joining us here tonight, guys.
Thank you for having us.
And before we ask you guys and get into the questions, we'll recap a little bit of your season here. 17-3, the only in-state loss was to Conrad on February 15th, and your record against 302 Sports. And here we go here at the Bob Carpenter Center. 302 Sports top 10, 8-1 again. First round bye, the #1 overall seed in the tournament. Congratulations, by the way. Beating Ursuline 51-28, and then in the quarters, we got to see a very impressive performance from you guys the other night, beating Cape Henlopen 57-33. Your team was great all year. You guys had a great regular season. What do you kind of contribute that success to and to get to this point?
Go ahead, Jules. No, you're being weird. Just talk, bro.
I'm just gonna say,
what do you attribute your success to, the 17-3 record?
We really worked hard like every day in practice to get where we are now.
So you brought the short on words duo.
They're focused. We know you guys are focused. You got a game in hand. We understand. No worries here.
All right, so you guys played Caravel. It was on 302 Sports. You beat them by 10. Does playing them again, does that give you an advantage, you think? Or did you guys hold some things back and maybe knowing that you'd see them down the road?
For us, I think it gives us the advantage. So, like, where I played them once, we can go back and watch film and correct the things we did wrong and then look at the positive things we did right, just so when we play them again, we know what to do. And we can do it even better and hopefully win by more.
And this one for both of you guys. You guys have really played well when you need to. Against really good teams, you guys have really showed up. What is it about playing good teams that get you guys up for that challenge? You guys are the #1 overall seed, but what is it about the big games that makes you guys play a little bit better?
The competition and knowing how hard we work in practice to go against better teams. So we really push each other to do good in every game like that.
So you guys really finished the season strong. And we talked before we came on about the contributions you're getting from players like Rory Siskowski or Naya Pullen. Julie, if you just talk a little bit about Naya in particular and her growth this season.
She's came off the bench for us and gave us a lot of energy when she comes out on the court. And I think she's done really good this year coming off the bench. Knowing that she lost her spot to another girl on her team, she really took that as that's her role, and she done well.
And Naya had 18 points the other night. I think that's probably her career high. And we were talking about your pass. You faked everybody out in a three-point shot, and you saw Naya all alone underneath going, Julie, I'm right here. So obviously you have trust in her to get her the ball and that she can get the job done. So really,
let's say, so what's it like now? You're at the Bob Carpenter Center on this floor playing in the Final Four of the semifinals. How excited are you guys to have this opportunity to be here? What's it like to just be already around this environment and get ready to take the floor in just a little while?
It's very the aroma is very intense and it's kind of nerve-wracking, but the first few minutes of the game you'll get used to it.
Yeah, absolutely. And Naya, anything about that?
And like George said, it's kind of nerve.
A big game ahead, so we really appreciate you guys. Take a short break. When we come back, we'll be joined by the Caravel Buccaneers, their competition, in just a little while.
Short stature here. I wasn't able to get that one.
Touchdown.
Number 14 for the Riders, Kendall Smith, runs the punt back.
At one set. Gets it to Burns. Look out. Oh, what a save by Knockett. Unbelievable. Whoa. I mean, over her bench to get that one. Oh, and another dig by Ursula. Another save. Oh, and the tape. Oh, Knockett with the win. Oh.
What a point.
Kylie Knockett at top.
And welcome back live inside the Bob Carpenter Center, 302 Sports. Nick Alessandrini, Jason Winchell, Mike Lang. Guys, about 12 minutes until we get the Final Four underway here. Again, our first matchup, Sanford and Conrad. Number 2 versus number 3 if you look at the bracket. Number 1 versus number 2 if you look at the 302 Sports rankings. Jay, I'm going to start with you. We talked about it a little bit already. What do you see happening tonight? It should be a great matchup overall. The pace in terms of everything. Just what do you see? How do you see this one unfolding?
Yeah, it looks like the fans are starting to make their way down here as we get closer to game time. The players are out on the floor. They're getting ready. Yeah, I'm telling you what, the atmosphere in here is going to be electric for these two teams. I think it's going to be a real competitive game and could maybe come down to the wire here in the fourth quarter to see what team makes their shots. It could come down to free throw shooting. We've seen doing games this year. Free throw shooting this year has been a little down.
Yeah,
I think percentage-wise. But these two teams can shoot the free throws well, so it could come down to who makes more free throws in a game like this. And like Mike said, if it's a game filled with fouls, Conrad and Sanford aren't the two deepest teams in the state, so it could be a chess match between the coaches.
What's going on in here?
It's the energy. You can feel it. You can feel the energy in here already.
You should be here. You should really
Again, almost 10 minutes until tip-off here again in the semifinals. Mike, now look over to you. Sanford, they won 13 in a row, playing some of their best basketball. After the Conrad win the other day, Julie Kalasia said to the News Journal, she said, we feel like I have a target on our backs, but they come in as the number 3 seed. So Sanford probably been looking to get at Conrad maybe for a little while now, the defending state champions. What do you think about Sanford? Do they have a hunger here? Do they want Conrad?
I think Sanford really, they didn't. This is going to sound like a shot at the Independence Conference, which got 5 teams into the tournament. So it's not. I love the Independent Conference, and they all know I was at every one of their gyms this year, except for St. Andrews. And I saw St. Andrews play, believe it or not, the St. Andrews girls. Sanford's schedule had the tough out-of-state schedule, and then they didn't play the toughest Delaware teams, I'll put it that way, until the end of the season. And they played St. Thomas More, and they played Caravel, I believe. Yeah, they played Caravel and St. Thomas More. I think Sanford wants to say, hey, look, we may not have played St. E's. We didn't play Conrad. We didn't play, Ursuline. They did play Ursuline.
They played Ursuline.
But we didn't play the top teams until the end of the year, but we can play with these teams. We've been forgotten in this conversation, and we will not be forgotten. We are as good as anybody out here, and I think maybe that's driving them a little bit.
And then both of these teams that we look at, Conrad, they play at the very tough in-state Diamond State Classic, a tournament that we get to cover. And then Sanford, again, they pack their bags. They head all the way to the West Coast to that Arizona tournament. Both tournaments are very popular tournaments. For some of the best teams in the nation are at these two tournaments, and both of these teams have played in both of them. I don't think people understand how big that tournament was that Sanford played in Arizona. Some of the best teams in the nation.
The Tournament of Champions.
Yeah.
For a reason.
And then Conrad gets a lot of great work here in state at the Diamond State Classic, because we have teams come in from California, Jersey, and everything like that.
Yeah, and then they played Riverdale Baptist, New Hope. They played a lot of tough teams in weekend showcases and stuff. So, I mean, they're 15-5, and people go, oh, they had 5 losses. Yeah, they went undefeated in the state of Delaware, just like Sanford went undefeated in the state of Delaware. So their 9 combined losses are all to nationally ranked teams, out-of-state teams. So, these two teams are right now, schedule-wise, had the class schedules over a team like St. E's and Caravel. St. E's had the most in-state 302 top 10s. They played 9 games against top 10 teams, going 8-1.
Yeah.
The only loss was to Conrad.
Yes.
So, I mean, they won their first 8 games against Howard, Hodson, Ursuline a couple times, Padua, who was in the top 10 for a while, Sussex Central, who was in the top 10, Cape Henlopen. So they played the who's who in Delaware, while these two teams played the who nationally.
Yeah, so I think this is kind of more of a known team to Delaware. Believe it or not, Conrad against the lesser known team that's just as much in Delaware as Conrad is. It's just, tucked out there in Hocus, and like we said, they just did not play a lot of Delaware teams other than their independent conference teams until the end of the season.
Yeah, and again, like we talked about, both these teams, they've been around the nation. They played in-state, they played out-of-state. Well, now they meet tonight in the semifinals of the Delaware State Tournament. Again, now just under 7 minutes until tip-off our first Final Four game. We're going to take a short break here on 302 Sports. When we come back, we'll either be joined by Caravel or break down the Caravel St. Elizabeth's game here in just a little bit.
It's too short to hate your home. Remodel your home with the pros voted Delaware's #1 home improvement company. Ferris Home Improvements has something for every homeowner at their new showroom on the corner of Kirkwood Highway. Want a professional, no-pressure remodel? Go see the best at the Big Shamrock on Kirkwood Highway. Ferris Home Improvements. Quality workmanship from a neighbor you can trust. Life's too short to hate your home. Remodel your home with the pros voted Delaware's #1 home improvement company. Ferris Home Improvements has something for every homeowner at their new showroom on the corner of Kirkwood Highway and Harmony Road in Newark, Delaware. Explore products and layouts with the area's top designers. Touch and feel products that inspire your dream space. Ferris Home Improvements' pride in the details make them the area's best in roofing, windows and doors, siding, decks, kitchens, and bathrooms. Want a professional, no-pressure remodel? Go see the best at the Big Shamrock on Kirkwood Highway. Ferris Home Improvements. Quality workmanship from a neighbor you can trust.
The Hadley Group is your local real estate resource. Brian Hadley joined Patterson Schwartz & Associates in 2005. In 2013, Nicole Flora joined Brian, followed by Emma Burnett and Grant Jepp in 2014. That's when the Hadley Group was formed. Patterson Schwartz Associates offer you exceptional knowledge of local market conditions and a commitment to represent you honestly and professionally. So for your next purchase or sale, think the Hadley Group. Visit our website at thehadleygroup.re.com. The Hadley Group is your local real estate resource. Brian Hadley joined Patterson Schwartz & Associates in 2005. In 2013, Nicole Flora joined Brian, followed by Emma Burnett and Grant Jepp in 2014. That's when the Hadley Group was formed. Patterson Schwartz Associates offer you exceptional knowledge of local market conditions and a commitment to represent you honestly and professionally. So for your next purchase or sale, think the Hadley Group. Visit our website at thehadleygroup.re.com.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Solo Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group on the culinary coast with 10 locations. We're a chef-driven group. Come check us out. See you soon. Solo Concepts believes in the vision of our founder, Matt Haley. Cook beautiful, simple food, develop the people we work with, and make the world a better place. Solo Concepts on the culinary coast with 10 locations from Lois, Delaware to Fenwick Island. Come check us out.
As a military wife, I love helping our airmen and their families with financial tools to help provide financial stability.
I promise to make a positive difference in your financial life, from helping you to lower your payments to discovering ways to help you save for your children's future.
From the needs of college students and first-time auto buyers, I promise to identify and take ownership of your needs.
Local people, local decisions, Dover Federal Credit Union.
He began his career in home finance in 2002 as a mortgage consultant. Since 2002, Brian has helped over 1,000 home buyers achieve their dreams of owning a home. Brian's knowledge of current market conditions and his detailed evaluation of buyers' finances ensures that each buyer will receive the best mortgage to fit their needs. Brian is often commended on how efficient and effortless he makes the mortgage process for everyone from first-time home buyers to investors to experienced buyers. For the loan that fits you, contact Brian today. Started in Delaware in 1979 with one focus, wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with the voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shopping Center, 4577 Kirkwood Highway. Unique image you envision, we create.
No matter where you are in life, at every stage, we are here for you, for all of life's big moments, and everything in between. After all, that's what families are for. We promise to make a positive difference in your financial life and go beyond the norm. Be a part of the Dover Federal family.
Local people, local decisions, Dover Federal Credit Union.
The Hadley Group is your local real estate resource. Brian Hadley joined Patterson Schwartz & Associates in 2005. In 2013, Nicole Flora joined Brian, followed by Emma Burnett and Grant Jepp in 2014. That's when the Hadley Group was formed. Patterson Schwartz Associates offer you exceptional knowledge of local market conditions and a commitment to represent you honestly and professionally. So for your next purchase or sale, think the Hadley Group. Visit our website at thehadleygroupre.com.
All right, welcome back to the 302 girls semifinal preview show. It got quiet here at the Bob Carpenter Center. They're ready to introduce the teams for Game 1. But I'm going to introduce the team for Game 2. It's the fifth-seeded Caravel Buccaneers got here after a win the other night against Woodbridge, and a tough one down there in Dover. Started out tough, at least in Dover. Let's introduce the ladies. Miranda Peretta, there's all seniors here. Kendra Warren, Carly Cawley. We have Trey Hunt, Sydney Keld, Sasha Marvel, and Anja Brown. Ladies, thanks for doing this. I know you have a game you'd rather be getting ready for, but we appreciate it. They were 12-8. They were 4-3 against the 302's top 10, losing to Conrad, St. E's, and Sanford. First round bye, beat Tower Hill in the first round, beat Woodbridge by 30 the other night. So, ladies, you had a tough schedule this year. You kind of motored through the playoffs. How ready are you for tonight's game? And anybody who wants to answer can fire away.
I think we're pretty ready. I mean, we play this tough schedule every year to be prepared for exactly this. We did lose St. E's in the regular season, but I think we're all ready to step up and just do what we need to do and go out and win.
You guys have all been here before. Miranda, I know you're transferred in, but obviously your team has been here a lot. You're kind of regulars here at the Bob Carpenter Center. Does it ever get old? Kendra, you've been here a few times. Does it get old coming down here?
No, it never really gets old. Extending the season is what we look forward to. So, every time we come out in the Bob, we just want to keep winning and make our season as long as possible.
Not wanting to bring up bad memories, but you've been here before. Trey, get over that hump. What do you guys need to do tonight against St. E's?
Really just stick together and stick to the game plan. Just keep a level head and just play together and know it's basketball. They're going to go on runs. We're going to go on runs. Just keep ahead and stick to the game plan.
What do you guys need to do? And maybe Sasha will ask you this. What do you need to do specifically against St. Elizabeth that maybe did not happen last time?
I feel like we just need to stick together on defense and just communicate on and talk about where Mayo is, because she's really the one that hurt us the last time we played them.
I'm going to go on with this one. You fell behind Woodbridge the other night, 12-3. Really cranked it up, and you held them to 37 points overall. So 25 points after that slow start for you guys. Was there something that Woodbridge hit you with that maybe you're going to look to change tonight?
I think they were just ready, but we came back because we had confidence and we kept playing. We were down, but we kept playing. We kept playing hard, and we just stuck together.
So, Sydney, I'm going to ask you a question. If we're going to get Sydney in here. So you're 7 seniors on this team. I know Coach Caldwell keeps bringing in more and more talent, but is this something special about this group here that you want to go out with the title?
Yeah, I mean, we've all been playing together for a while, and to be able to make it to the semifinals with a great group of seniors is just an amazing experience.
And Sydney, also, with basketball going on, you haven't had to go outside and practice in the cold for soccer yet, huh?
Not yet.
I guess that ends next week, right?
Yeah.
Sydney is an all-state goalkeeper for Caravel. You guys have won I know you've won a few state titles since you've been here in soccer. She wants to add one in basketball. Ladies, tonight on the NFHS Network, powered by 302, they take on the St. Elizabeth Vikings. There'll be a lot of maroon out there. It should be a great game. Thanks for doing this, and I know we got a game starting back here. But we'll see you guys tonight at 8 o'clock.
Thank you.
All right, ladies. Thanks to Caravel. Is that going to wrap it up? We're going to wrap it up. We got Sanford and Conrad get ready to turn it on. NFHS Network, powered by Sanford School and 302 Sports. And we'll catch you at 8 o'clock. And thanks for joining us. We do it tomorrow night, 5:30. The boys, we're right back right here. Be sure to join us 5:30 Thursday on 302 Sports. Have a good night, everybody.